Tsaka di ba hindi mo patapos yung script?
Hindi ko natatapusin yun.
Hello guys, today we're going to review the movie Love You Long Time, directed by Jaime Habak. If you like content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when new content comes out. Movies involving some sort of time travel in the plot will always be at a disadvantage. When timeline differences and travel are involved, almost automatically the writers will have to be really careful because of potential logical loopholes and paradoxes that could end up ruining the experience. One could cite how confusing time was used in the Bill and Ted movies and in the Terminator movies if we're going to talk about narrative problems of movies about crossing time. Tenet and the indie movie Primer are also examples of movies that left audiences with confused expressions. In the tradition of movies like Frequency and the South Korean movie Il Mare, Love You Long Time shows people communicating beyond the limits of time. We have Carlo Aquino playing Yuli, a man living in 2018, and Eisel Serrano playing Ikay, a screenwriter living in 2022. The two communicate via two-way radio and grow fond of each other and fall in love. The movie then goes into the ways the two could make their relationship work despite living in different timelines. The movie has a cozy and light feel to it. The city of Baguio is of course a major factor to the atmosphere as it is the chosen setting of the movie. We get to see some major tourist spots in the city, and it is a good thing that the movie does not give in to the temptation of becoming a travelogue. The interaction between Yuli and Ikay also helped create warm feelings for the audience. Kudos to Jin Tanaha, the writer of the screenplay, as the lines generally come off as natural and not schmaltzy. Carlo Aquino provides a lovable and charming performance filled with gravitas. He's perfect for his role. Eisel Serrano also gives a competent performance marked by a yearning vulnerability. But there are times when I felt that Serrano looked a little too young for the role. Sometimes she looks like she is still in high school. It is also nice that as a couple, Carlo and Eisel look good together. The leads also get competent support from Ana Abad Santos and Mean Espinosa, with Espinosa providing the laughter in a lot of scenes. Espinosa is a perfect example of a sidekick kind of character. She gets to have her moment, but she doesn't overstay her welcome. Towards the end, we get a major twist to the story that will cause a lot of problems to the narrative. And I ended up confused with how the creators chose to handle the twist. They dropped the ball with that one. The last 10 minutes or so of the movie was a messy attempt at revelations, and this is where the problems of time travel start appearing. The movie asks us to suspend our disbelief and simply accept the resolution, but I felt that the writers trapped themselves with time travel complications and produced an ending that is unearned. One can argue that this is already a fantasy movie, so we shouldn't think too hard about loopholes, but the best kinds of fantasies have an inner logic that will leave the audience satisfied and not scratching their heads. Cut out the last 10 minutes or so of the movie and some of the revelations, and Love You Long Time becomes a much better movie. It will be a cliched ending, but it will be an improvement. By the way, I just couldn't help wondering whether the creators knew the etymology of the expression Love You Long Time. The history of the expression will open up a whole can of worms about racism, war, and imperialism. And I couldn't stop thinking that this movie had a horrible title because of the history of the expression. But ultimately, that shouldn't matter. What should matter is whether the movie can satisfy the audience. And I think that the movie would be able to do that. The movie is competently made, at least the first 90% of it. If you want to feel snug and warm, the movie will do its job. It is logically flawed, but I would not call it a long waste of time. So that's the review for Love You Long Time. This has been Kulas for Tambay Reviews. Thank you for watching. Keep on playing.